Peace, everyone. ¿Qué onda? It's Black High Priestess. Man, I'm kind of hungover a little bit. I had some fun last night. I went stag to what was it Beatbox, Booze Box, off of Randolph in West Loop, and it was a lot of fun. I said I had just enough money. If I budget and don't drink the rest of the week, and cut out a few things, I'll have enough to take myself out. Plus, when I went there Friday night with Jive Fresh, the bartender was nice enough to buy my drink. Probably because I'm a foodie and I was I was critiquing and everything, but yeah. So I took myself out, and I guess I could briefly mention the importance of not lowering your standards. I didn't really take time to call anyone or invite anyone. It's just was one of those years where I'm like, if people ain't calling me, fuck them. So I went out, and you know, it's there's a few men, who are, I'd say, somewhat consistent, kind of coming at me, and I know I might still be very guarded, but it's important not to lower your standards. Anybody, who's single and out there dating, be comfortable with being by yourself instead of lowering your standards just to have company, or just to not go places alone, because sometimes going somewhere alone is how you find a suitable mate, or how you find someone you can at the very least relate to and enjoy the night with. I knew Papa G was spinning, so I was kind of like, if anything, Nina will be there and I can talk to her, and she was, and we talked about some awesome spiritual, political, woman stuff, and I'm just really excited to get back to myself, and get back to my my Afro-Cubano community in the Hispanohablantes, because hay que practicar mi español, hace mucho tiempo que practicar mi español con mis, amigos or trabajadores. You know, los mexicanos no hablan español nada más en América. No es popular hablar español para la raza. Spanglish a veces, pero quiero juntar a la raza entre los morenos que hablan español y los morenos que hablan inglés o francés. Es la razón que aprendí la lengua, es porque mi papá dice, es importante hablar con otras culturas, otras razas, porque es posible que los necesitamos en el futuro, en la guerra contra opresión, contra los güeros. Pero, the way you start your new year is how, you set that standard. And so I definitely, was grateful to decide to take myself out, decide to not make an excuse of it being cold or this or that, free CTA rides, just deciding to invest my money in things that I want to do, and make sacrifices so I can take myself out and do what I want to do, and have fun at events that are important to me, and not be such a homebody. So that was exciting. And on the way back, I was a little, I was disappointed, because there was this group of three brothers, and they was all like sharing this bottle of Jack, and it was below 4 degrees on the train platform. And I just like walked up, and I was just like, can I have a shot of your Jack? And the one dude, he was expecting his boy to share it with me, but dude was just like, all I got is a shot left. So I was like, whatever, it's not like you owe me anything. But it was just it's just this attitude that you know, a lot of black men that I encounter in a city like Chicago have, you know, they just don't have anything to offer a black woman. They don't have anything to offer a black woman. And they just, you know, they're always expecting something from a black woman. And white guys, they just, you can hang out with them, you get a ride home, you get ride, they make sure you drink, you know what I'm saying? If they're smokers, they make sure you smoke. Sometimes, you know, they may not be, but you know, you get taken care of, you go places, you get free drinks, you know what I'm saying? It's just never a fucking issue. It's never an issue. But with black men, they could have money, but it's always something. It's always like, oh, even if I have money, well, what you gonna do for me? You know, we fucking, you know, it's just, it's like really, I'm really sick of kind of riding for black men, because black men are not, you know, it doesn't get me anywhere. You know, it doesn't do anything for me to try and elevate a race of men who are elevating themselves, who really aren't worth what I'm bringing to the table. But, you know, I digress. I'm just gonna focus on having the right type of people around me, and, you know, definitely like get away from Black revolution and be more about just solutions in general, because Black revolution can really make you want to see Black people eliminated. Like, spending time being a Black revolutionary can really give you a healthy disdain for Black people. And I would rather just get back into the communities that are superior, the indigenous communities. I'm not saying that they're not Black. I'm just saying that they are, they're never predominantly Black, because they're about solutions. And when you get into predominantly Black, you know, things in Chicago, it's always some niggerish bullshit. It's always some niggerish bullshit, you know. And you know, just getting back to who I am and being that person who you know, wasn't dealing with oppression, because I wasn't focusing on people who are oppressed. Like, I can't keep trying to help inferior, oppressed people who aren't helping themselves, aren't doing anything for themselves, aren't doing anything for me, aren't doing anything for the world. You know I have some radical and some brutally honest statements and viewpoints, but that's why I have the freedom that I do. That's why I have the power, the mentality, you know, and the love that I do in my heart, because I think for myself. And most Black people don't know how to do that. They think for Black people, and they don't think for themselves, and they're not competing with other races for their place and their rights on this planet. Other races have earned their place, and Black people have earned theirs. So ginger ale is great. If I had to drink a glass of water first thing, I don't know, I might have, and it came right back up. So I had a lot to drink. But anyway, I was just like really frustrated with, you know, with that, because, you know, it's always these and I don't want to say that, but, you know, I got on the train, and then this other brother, he offered me, you know, some of his vodka, you know, whatever. And I smoked him up. I wrote a little rhyme about it, because I freestyle and I rhyme a lot, especially like when I'm partying, I'm, you know, a little tipsy. You know, I am a wordsmith, so it's something that I should probably practice more in my creative writing and freestyling. But you know, I was grateful, so you know, I stood corrected, and he was like Christian too. It's just like a lot of men that I don't know. I guess it's always kind of entertaining, if anything, to see the way men present themselves and approach me, and the lengths that they go to try and impress me. And it always kind of reminds me of like Aladdin and and all the other princes, and how he just went all out. You know, Aladdin was a brother, because he went all out, and he was lying about it too. He's a black man doing the utmost, and it ain't even his real his shit. But you know, the way these brothers, they'll pull up they Facebook, pull up all types of pictures showing me they car and showing me their keys. I got my own crib. I got this, and it'd be impressive. But it's just like, you know, you gotta have a package. But you can't just entertain me with the way you approach me. But it is genuinely like flattering. You know, it's genuinely flattering, and that's why I said in my last video, you know, sisters, just entertain some of these brothers, you know what I'm saying, and learn to communicate, learn to, you know, when they are hollering at you, practice, you know, setting your standards, practice asking what you require and what you want from black men, you know, just practice how you communicate with brothers, and it'll really, you can really start to see a change in you know, the energy and how black men, the comfort level they have with approaching you and being themselves around you, you know, when you're able to communicate with them. Even, you know, and that's important, because as women, you should be like that strength card in the tarot deck. You should have the strength, the feminine strength, to tame a lion. So even if a brother's coming at you with a little aggressiveness, or, you know, he may be drunk or high off something, learn how to tame him with your passive femininity. Practice the art of seduction. Practice the art of wielding your feminine wiles to control and manipulate and seduce, and create the circumstances that are favorable to you. It's important that you learn how to be a woman. Don't deal with a man in a masculine way, because that gives him the right to deal with you in a feminine way. The more feminine you are, the more he's required to be a man, or accept that he's not man enough, and you know, then his femininity might come out. But either way, the more feminine you are, the more masculine you require the outside world to be. So ladies, practice that, and when you're dealing with men. So when there is someone who you really do want to invest in, and you're attracted to them, and you want to give them a chance, you kind of have a head start in communicating to this man, or, you know, whatever your sexual orientation is. I'm kind of talking about black love at this point, but whatever your orientation is. And not really, because this can apply to anyone. When you're learning how to communicate with the opposite sex, or the same sex, you know, so as to have a better romantic life. So, well, yeah, so New Year's was great, and I was really excited. I went out. I learned about some opportunities to sell my jewelry, and I guess I could have showed you guys another piece here. I will I'll show y'all one. This is one from, this is one of my dead girls. I have, I have a the series that I've been working on is my intuition series. And so the pieces that I'm going to be selling this summer in the marketplace are going to be off of my intuition line. And so I have you know, I have some called Dead Girl, and this is one of my Dead Girl pieces. Again, the coloring, the lighting is probably not the best, but hopefully you all get the gist. It's got the pink cat's eye, it's got pearls, black, some skulls there. Again, I'm gonna get some professional pictures done so y'all can actually see what you're looking at, but this is Dead Girl. All right. So, here. Upload Dead Girl. All right. So again, I learned about some great opportunities, and Booze Box is gonna be my new little spot, because you guys know Black High Priestess is bougie. I like to have nice fancy cocktails. I'm a foodie. I like to go out and try different things, but I have expensive taste. I always have. I just come from poverty, so I've never been able to express my level of class the way I've never been able to indulge in it. I've always expressed high class, but I've never been able to indulge in my taste. So when I can, I do, and I'm kind of a Viagra triangle chick. I like to I like to hang out in River North, where I'm paying $15 a cocktail, and have nice food where you can have 3 bites and you're full because it's actually real, and I enjoy that type of stuff, just like I enjoy being in Wicker Park, where you got a little more of the artsy crowd, a little more of the tribal diversity there. I like I like downtown when I want to kind of go out and be on the scene. You know what I'm saying? I like the north side when I want to do something kind of cultural, indulge in like maybe African or some Asian cuisine. Chinatown's pretty cool. If you kind of want to do something a little more exclusive. I just I like a lot of different things, and it's hard when you come from a level of class where people don't always indulge in that. You have to kind of relate to people outside of your immediate class level, or maybe outside of your immediate race, to enjoy the diversity that Chicago has to offer, because it's very segregated, and a lot of people don't traverse the lines of segregation, and it's great to go out by yourself, and when you're attractive and influential, and people always come and talk to you and want to get to know you, and it feels good. It feels better than being around people who secretly can't wait to see you fail, people who secretly are looking for an opportunity to sleep with your man, people who are secretly you know, hoping that you lose something, or, you know, that you lose out. You know, it being alone and going places and meeting new people is a lot better than having people around you who don't like you. They're around you because of your power, but they don't like you, and they will look for any opportunity to sabotage your life. So be careful of those people. It's a new year. Everyone, you all know who has your back and who doesn't. I do, you know, and just because I smile and I talk to you and hang out doesn't mean that I don't know that you don't have my best interest in heart. It doesn't mean I don't know that you're doing some shady shit behind my back. It doesn't mean I don't know that you have ulterior motives in being in my life and calling me a friend. So, you know, just a heads up to people who think that I don't know the difference between the people who are genuinely in my life and the people who are just around, as long as they're getting what they need. Ginger ale is my lifesaver. You know, ginger ale is a lifesaver. I don't have a weak stomach. I'm I'm not a lightweight anymore because I've had a lot of practice drinking over the years, but you know, I know my tolerance, and I always overdo it with things, you know, so you know, I like to have fun. And so today, I think Jai Fresh is DJing at an arcade somewhere, so I might go do that. But I just want to see how your guys' New Year was. I'm not really saying anything. I guess I'm just kind of checking in with you all, letting you know how fun my night was, and you know, just reminding you to set your intentions. You still have today. If you celebrate this as your New Year, you know, with witches, our New Year is Halloween, you know, more so. So you know, and then some people, their New Year's is their birthday, you know, their sun rising. So if you're celebrating New Year's, you still got today to really kind of set the tone for how the rest of the year is going to play out for you. I literally don't even remember what I did last year on New Year's for the life of me. I have no idea. I could have been working, but I have no freaking clue what I did last year. But I know this year I'm going to be making more sacrifices so I can have a better quality of life. And that includes who's in my life, what I invest my money in, what I invest my time and energy in, and choosing to live in gratitude and appreciation, and choosing to be positive about what is possible. Choosing to be positive about the possibilities. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to eating a little breakfast. I still got some potatoes left over that I made from Saturday morning when I came home from going out. So all right, everyone, I'll check in with y'all later.